Good morning, students. Last class we already done some numerical based question regarding the Nernst equation. I think some of you are not at all clear with that, so I just repeat the same. First question, that is, calculate the reduction potential for the following half cell reaction at 298 Kelvin. Half cell reaction 298 Kelvin. Here the cell reaction is Ag plus in aqueous state plus 1 electron gives Ag in solid state. Also they given that given E0 electrode equal to 0.80 volt and molar concentration of Ag plus equal to 0.1 molar. That is, calculate the reduction potential for the following half reaction at 298 Kelvin. 298 means standard condition, then only we can apply the Nernst equation. Here the cell electrode reaction is Ag plus 1 electron gives Ag. A0 electrode as well as molar concentration of Ag plus are given. You know that according to Nernst equation, in the case of single electrode, A electrode equal to E0 minus 0.059 divided by N log log 1 divided by molar concentration of Ag plus. Here A0 value is 0.80 minus 0.059 divided by N. N means number of electrons involved in the electrode reaction, that is equal to 1 log 1 divided by, here molar concentration is 0.1, 1 divided by 0.1. That is 0.80 minus 0.059 log 1 divided by 0.1 means 10. You know, log 10 equal to 1. Therefore, 0.80 minus 0.059 into 1, since log 10 equal to 1. And the final answer becomes 0.741 volt. Already done in the last class, and some of you answer while calculating or while finding the answer for that problem. Most of you are silent, that is why I repeat it once again. Okay, I think it is clear to you. Then next we done next one is the calculate the potential of hydrogen electrode. Calculate the potential of hydrogen electrode. Calculate the potential of hydrogen electrode in contact with a solution whose pH is 10. Whose pH is 10. You know, potential of hydrogen electrode. Hydrogen electrode means here it is the reference electrode of standard hydrogen electrode, which is the reference electrode, and we know that the E0 value of that particular electrode at 298 Kelvin or 25 degrees Celsius equal to 0 volt. Therefore, E0 value becomes equal to 0. That is, here the electrode reaction is H plus 1 electrode gives half H2. Here E equal to E0 minus 0.059 divided by n log 1 divided by molar concentration of H plus. As you know, E0 value equal to 0. Here number of electron involved equal to 1. 0.059 divided by 1 log 1 divided by, pH of a solution equal to negative log H plus. Negative log H plus, or 1 by log 1 by H plus equal to pH. You can calculate in two different ways, that is, log 1 by H plus is equal to pH. pH is negative log H plus. Therefore, the molar concentration of H plus for a solution having pH equal to 10 will be 10 raised to minus 10. Clear? Molar concentration of H plus equal to 10 raised to minus 10 means pH equal to negative log 10 raised to minus 10. Log x raised to n, log x raised to n equal to n log x. Similarly, log 10 raised to minus 10 is minus 10 log 10. Here minus of minus plus. Therefore, it becomes 10 log 10. Log 10 value equal to 1. Therefore, pH equal to 10. Or here directly pH is given. Instead of this term, you directly substitute the value as 10. Otherwise, you just substitute the value of H plus as 10 raised to minus 10 here. When it reaches the numerator, it becomes 10 raised to 10 or minus 0.059 into log 10 raised to 10. Log 10 raised to 10 again means 10 log 10. 10 log 10 equal to 10 minus 0.059 into 10, that is equal to minus 0.59 volt. That is the pH of a solution. This is the pH of a solution where the standard hydrogen electrode potential of standard hydrogen electrode which is in contact with a solution whose pH equal to 10. Some of you asked doubt based on this. Okay. Then these two problems mainly deals with finding the electrode potential of single electrode such as silver electrode and standard hydrogen electrode. And next we apply the Nernst equation in the case of a cell, just like we derive the equation for a Daniell cell. Here the question is calculate the EMF of the following cell. Calculate the EMF of the cell in which the following reaction takes place. That is nickel in solid state plus 2Ag plus 0.002 molar gives Ni2 plus with the concentration 0.160 molar plus 2Ag, also given E0 cell equal to 1.05 volt. Here they are directly given directly given E0 cell. Otherwise, separately given the electrode potential of nickel as well as silver. From that electrode reaction, it is clear that since nickel undergo oxidation, it acts as the anode and silver acts as the cathode. Then E equal to E0, E cell equal to E0 cell minus 0.059 divided by 2. Here 2 electrons are involved. Log molar concentration of Ni2 plus divided by molar concentration of Ag plus square. Somebody get confused that why we take the square of the molar concentration of Ag plus. The general equation for finding the E cell, we already written it as A moles of A, small a moles of A. 1 mole of Ni2 plus react with 2 moles of Ag plus gives 1 mole of Ni2 plus 2 moles of Ag plus, and the electrode potential equal to E cell equal to E0 cell minus 0.059 by 2 or N log molar concentration of C raised to C into molar concentration of D raised to D divided by molar concentration of A raised to A into molar concentration of B raised to B, where small a, small b, small c and small d are the coefficient of reactant as well as product. That is why here 2 moles of Ag plus. And if you have a doubt regarding why here we use 2 moles of Ag plus, in order to equalize the number of electrons, that is separately if you write the electrode reaction, suppose the reaction takes place anode is nickel, always oxidation takes place Ni2 plus 2 electron. And at the cathode, simply if you write Ag plus 1 electron gives Ag. In order to equalize the number of electrons, we use 2 Ag plus 2 electron gives 2 Ag. Then only that equation becomes, by adding the electrode reaction, it becomes Ni plus 2 Ag plus gives Ni2 plus 2 Ag. That is this equation. Since the coefficient of Ag plus in the equation is 2, we always take Ag plus square. Okay? And substitute all these values in the given equation. Here E cell equal to 1.05 minus 0.059 by 2 log Ni2 plus molar concentration is 0.160 divided by 0.002 square. And 0.002 square means 2 into 10 raised to minus 3, that is 1.05 minus 0.059 by 2 log 0.160 divided by 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 square. Any doubt? 0.002 equal to 2 into 10 raised to minus 3. 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 whole square means, that is 1.05 minus 0.09 divided by 2, 0.0295 log 0.160 divided by 2 square is 4, 10 raised to minus 3 square is 10 raised to minus 6. That is, it can also be written as 1.05 minus 0.0295 log 0.160 into 10 raised to 6 divided by 4. This 10 raised to 6 means 10 square or 10 raised to 2 into 10 raised to 4, and multiplying 10 raised to 2 with 0.16, the remaining power becomes 4. That is 1.05 minus 0.0295. Then 16 divided by 4 is 4 into 10 raised to 4. This is in the form of log A into log B. Log A into log B is log A plus B, log A plus log B. That is 1.05 minus 0.0295 log for plus log 10 raised to 4 means 4 log 10. 4 log 10 is 4. That is 1.05 minus 0.0295 into 4 plus log 4. Log 4 is 6021. 0.6021 is the value of log 4. And by substituting log 4 value, it becomes multiplying with 0.0295, it becomes 1.05 minus 0.14, that is equal to 0.91 volt. 0.91 volt. And also take one more question to find out the E0 value of the cell. That is, represent the cell. Represent, next question, represent the cell in which, represent the cell in which the following reaction takes place. Represent the cell in which the following reaction takes place. Mg in solid state plus 2 Ag plus 0.001 molar gives Mg2 plus 0.130 molar plus 2 Ag in solid state. Calculate its E cell. You have to find out the electrode potential of the cell, and given E0 cell equal to 3.17 volt. Okay, apart from the last question, here it has two parts. One is you have to represent the cell. Before calculating the electrode potential of the cell, you have to calculate, you have to first represent the cell. That is, as per the convention, while representing a cell, first we write the anode on the left side and cathode on the right side. And while writing the anode, first we represent the symbol of the metal, followed by the symbol of its ion with concentration in brackets 130 molar. After that, there is two vertical line. That vertical line represents a salt bridge, and then we write the symbol of cathode followed by its concentration in bracket. Followed by symbol of its ion. Sorry, here it is 0.0001 molar. 3 zeros are there. And this is the first part, represent the cell. Instead of C1 and C2, here the concentration is directly given. Okay, we can represent the cell first by writing the anode on the left side and cathode on the right side. While representing an anode, first we write the symbol of the metal, followed by the symbol of its ion with the concentration in bracket. Here you can see there are two vertical lines that represent salt bridge, and cathode is represented, first we write the symbol of its ion with the concentration, followed by the symbol of metal. And also you have to calculate the EMF of the cell. Here also given E0 cell equal to 3.17 volt. As usual, first we write the equation, that is E cell equal to E0 cell minus 0.059 by n log molar concentration of Mg2 plus divided by Ag plus square. Mg2 plus divided by Ag plus square. As in the previous case, here 2 electrons are involved. In order to equalize the number of electrons, this multiplied by 2, that is coefficient becomes 2. Here E0 cell value, what is the E0 cell value? E0 cell is 3.17 minus 0.059 divided by 2 log molar concentration of Mg2 plus is 0.130 divided by 0.0001 square. 0.0001 square means 10 raised to minus 4 square. That is 3.17 minus 0.0295 log 0.130 divided by 10 raised to minus 4 square. 10 raised to minus 4 square means 10 raised to minus 8, and it becomes 3.17 minus 0.0295 log 0.130 into 10 raised to 8. That is 10 raised to minus 8 is in the denominator. When it reaches to numerator, it becomes 10 raised to 8. Okay. Then that is equal to 3.17 minus 0.0295 log 1.3 into 10 raised to 7. That is 3.17 minus 0.0295 log 1.3 plus 7. That is 7 plus log 1.3. Log 10 raised to 7 means 7. 7 log 10, that is 7. That is 3.17. 3.17 minus 0.0295. 7 plus log 1.3, that is 7.1139, that is equal to 3.17 minus 0.21 and is equal to 2.96 volt. 2.96 volt, that is the answer for that question. As in the previous case, here they give magnesium and silver, and in the previous case it is nickel and silver. If it is zinc and copper, then there is no need to take the square of the concentration because both are bivalent ions. Copper as well as zinc has valency equal to 2. In both cases, 2 electrons are involved. Therefore, there is no need to multiply by 2 or 3 like that. Okay. Next, we already expressed the then what is the expression what is the relation between delta G0 free energy and EMF as well as free energy and the equilibrium constant? Based on that, we can do a problem. Here, okay, take down the cell in which the cell in which the following reaction occurs, that is 2Fe2 plus, 2Fe3 plus 2I minus gives 2Fe2 plus I2. Given E0 cell equal to 0.236 volt at 298 Kelvin. Find delta G0 and the equilibrium constant. Find the standard Gibbs free energy and the equilibrium constant. Here you get confused, what is the number of electrons involved in that reaction. Delta G0, we can calculate delta G0 equal to minus NFE0, where N is the number of electrons involved. 1 Fe3 plus becomes Fe2 plus by losing 1 electron. Here 2 Fe2 plus is the 2 Fe2 plus by losing 2 electrons. Similarly, 2I minus becomes I2. 2I minus gives I2 plus 2 electron. Therefore, no doubt the value of N equal to 2. F is constant, 96,500 coulomb is Faraday's constant. E0 value is directly given, that is E0 equal to 0.236 volt, and substituting minus 2 into 96,500 into 0.236 is the standard free energy of that reaction. That is, it is equal to minus 45548 joule. You can take the values as such or converting to kilojoule also by dividing by 1000. That is, it becomes 45.548 kilojoule. That is the standard free energy change for the reaction. Also, there is one more part. What is that? You have to calculate the equilibrium constant also. Delta G0 equal to minus 2.303 RT log K or Kc. Log K equal to delta G0 divided by minus 2.303 RT. Here, since the temperature of the reaction is carried out at 298 Kelvin, value of T equal to 1. And if you choose the value of R as 8.314 only, then you have to substitute this value. That is 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. And if you multiply 8.314 by 10 raised to minus 3, then you take the value of delta G0 as minus 45.5 kilojoule. Okay, clear? Here delta G0 value minus 45.5 divided by minus 2.303 into 8.314 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 298. Okay. Here delta G0 is expressed in kilojoule per mole. Kilojoule per mole. Therefore, multiply R by 10 raised to minus 3. And the value becomes 7.983 is the value of log K. And log K equal to 7.983, K equal to antilog minus 983. Okay. Then antilog. I think you are not at all familiar with log as well as antilog. The antilog of a minus quantity, for example, 7.983 is calculated minus of 7.983 simply by adding minus 1 on this part, which is called the characteristic part. This decimal part is called the Mandisa part, characteristics and the Mandisa. And you just subtract this value from 1 minus this decimal part. Then it becomes 710. Here minus 7 as well as minus 1 is there. Minus 7 minus 1 is expressed in terms of bar 8. Bar 8.017. At least you write this expression for your examination. That is minus 8 minus 0.17. Then you just go through the Clark's table. You just find out the antilog of 0.017. Here the value is 104. And after 1 place, put a decimal, that is 1.01, and 10 raised to, what is the remaining part in the characteristics? That is 10 raised to minus 8. And instead of that, that is another example, if you find out antilog minus 4.6, say for example, antilog of minus 4.6, the same way minus 4.6, here you just add minus 1 and 1.6 is subtracted from 1, it is in the form of bar 5. Bar 5.1 minus 0.6 means 0.4, and you just go through the antilog of 0.4. Antilog of 0.4, suppose you get approximate value 60 like that. You place after 1 digit, you place a decimal and multiply with 10 raised to minus 5. That is the answer. That is, if you find out the log value of log 1.4 into 10 raised to minus 8, it becomes log 1.04 plus log 10 raised to minus 8. Okay. Then the value becomes 7.983. Minus 7.983 will be that value. Okay. That is the relation between log and antilog. That is, these are the possible questions from this Nernst equation usually asked for your board examination. And the next session is about resistance, conductance, like that. Most of you are studied in physics in detail, and we just go through this conductivity or conductance of solution, where in physics you have studied about the conductance of solid substance. Okay, thank you.